Can you please state their dates of births and ages?
Yeah, Annabelle Korea, 11/11/2013. Um, she's 11. Romeo Korea, 3/28/18. He's 7. Aiden Korea, 2/27/2017. He's 8. Emma Korea, 2/27/20, and she is 5.
And you and Mr. Korea signed an acknowledgement of paternity for Annabelle on or around November 12th of 2013.
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time I offer into evidence as State Exhibit 1, the acknowledgement of paternity for Annabelle Korea.
Ma'am, do you have any objection to me admitting State's Exhibit 1?
No.
Okay, State's Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And be sure to cover the other children. I don't think the pleading explains it.
And Miss Korea, your other children, Aiden, Romeo, and Emma, were born of the marriage?
Yes.
And when were you and Mr. Korea married?
We were married in June 14, 2014.
And in what county do you reside?
I reside in Liberty.
And do you know what county Mr. Korea is currently residing in?
No.
Do you know where he last resided?
Yes, his mom's address in Harris County.
And with whom do the children currently reside?
With me.
And who makes the day-to-day decisions for the children?
I do.
Does Mr. Korea participate in making decisions for the children?
No.
Does he see the children?
He sees them? Yes.
How often does he see the children?
Usually once a month. When he does take them, it's only on his terms, so he'll take them and he'll bring them back whenever he feels like he's done seeing them.
Are these overnight visits?
Yes, he will go sometimes days without giving me contact or giving them back.
Do you have safety concerns with Mr. Korea?
Yes, I do.
And what kind of concerns do you have?
I have concerns for the fact that he's a felon. He has multiple weapons on him all the time. He drives with them. And then the last time he had the kids, they told me they exhibit a fight with him and his girlfriend where he pulled a shotgun out on her face in front of the kids.
Has he ever had any criminal charges, as far as you
Yes,
know?
yes.
When was that incident?
That incident was last month.
Have you had a protective order, Ms.
Yes,
Korea?
ma'am. When we split up the last time, I had to get protective order because he strangled me.
And when did you separate?
This was in around December 2023. I think the restraining order expired maybe about June 2024.
When did you separate?
Around December 2023.
And you had a restraining order?
Yes,
And you said that expired in 2024?
yes.
And you don't have any current protective order?
No, they said I had to file it.
Do you have concerns for the children's safety and yourself as well?
Yes, because he has these weapons, like he drives around with them like in the front seat. He always has them near the kids. So I don't feel safe with that. And I never know where he takes them. I never know an address. He just comes, he gets them, and he'll take them for as long as he wants, and then he'll tell me, "You're never gonna get your kids back." And then he'll get bored or run out of money and then say, "Come get your kids. They're gonna be at my mom's address." It's never a stable address.
So are you asking the court to restrict his visits?
Yeah, he needs visit like rights where they can watch him.
You're
What
asking
does
for
that mean? Okay.
Sorry.
I just wanted her to clarify that, but yeah, I think you're clarifying it, Mr. Bonnie.
Are you asking the court to have the visit supervised?
Yes.
And would you be requesting ongoing supervision, or what kind of supervision are you requesting?
Yes, ongoing. He puts them through a lot of situations that it's not fair for them.
Do you know who would supervise the visits?
I mean, I heard that you can go to facilities for them to be supervised, but nobody seems to help. His family doesn't help him. They just let him take off with them, and I don't know what happens till they come back, and then they tell me these crazy stories.
And you indicated that he does have criminal charges.
Yes.
Can you explain the nature of those charges, as you know?
Mm. He has several cases on stealing motor vehicles. He has assault cases. He had assault case on me. Like I had to press charges on him. My mother had to press charges on him for assault because he hit her. He hit her.
Can we clarify which are old ones, which are new ones, and what happened to the old ones?
Mhm.
I'm
So
not
the
sure I'm
very
understanding. And Mr. Bonnie, can you break it down for her so it's easier for me to understand?
Um,
Mhm.
yes, Your Honor. For the assault charges on
Mhm.
yourself, when did that happen?
That was the last charge he got, and that was the one that was in around 2023, the December 2023. So when we split up, that was the last charge, the assault charge he got.
Did he serve jail time for that?
Nope. He just goes missing under the radar, like always.
But there was a protective order, restraining order out of that, correct?
Yep.
Can you l- can you explain to the court what happened? A little bit more information on that.
Yes. So Mr. Francisco, very, he started getting more violent and more violent whenever I started catching him cheating. So then when I caught on to him actually doing it and confronted him about it, he decided to get violent, slam me around, throw me around the walls, strangle me so that way I won't say anything or call the cops. It got to the point where I had to ask my younger kids to run to the neighbor's house to get me help because I felt like I was not going to get out of that house alive. That time, I was the police were called. I was taken to the hospital to get checked because he messed with my jaw. He like fractured my jaw. And then because of that situation was happening in front of the kids, CPS was involved. Um and I was basically put in protection to get away from him.
You said CPS was involved. Did they open the case?
Yep, they opened a case. They asked us, what happened. They asked me if I was going to stay away, and I said yes. They helped me get daycare so that way I didn't have to ever go back to that violent relationship. And I pretty much stayed away ever since then.
Did they file a court case, or it was just
Hmm.
services?
No, it was just services, and then it was closed as long as I was staying away from him and doing what I had to, and I did.
And so, does he know where you live now?
Yes, because it's at the address that we got together.
And so you're asking the court for non-disclosure today, correct?
Yes.
And you said he also assaulted your mom?
Yeah, so before that, 6 months before that, in 2023 in June, he also assaulted my mother, and then she had to press charges on him, and he did go to jail for that.
No, he's not currently in jail now, correct?
Nope, he bonded out.
When was that?
in June 2023.
And what was the nature of the other charges that he's had?
Theft of motor vehicles, and that's several charges. I don't know, maybe over 6.
And so going back to the visitation, you're wanting ongoing supervised visits, correct?
Yes.
Would you have anyone to supervise the visits?
I mean, maybe his mom. That's the only thing. I don't have very much family.
And do you have contact with his mom?
No.
And do the children have a relationship with his mom?
Yes.
And how often do they see her?
Any chance he takes them to visit her. So once a month too.
And do you know where Mr. Correa is working now?
Yep, Admiral Glass Company,
And do you know how long he's been working there?
over 8 years.
Do you know what he does for that company?
Yep, he's a superintendent glazer.
And has he provided any financial support for the kids since you guys separated?
No.
Do you know if he has insurance available for the children through his work?
They offer it at his job, but he declines it.
And while you guys were together, he declined the insurance.
Hmm.
Do you know how much it cost when you guys were together?
I believe it was like 1,000
For the whole family or for the kids only?
for him and the kids.
What insurance covers the children now?
Texas Children's.
And is that through a private source?
No, it's Medicaid.
And you don't have any insurance available through an employer?
No.
Do you know if Mr. Correa has any other children?
Yes.
And how many other children does he have?
One daughter.
Do you know how old she is?
She's 9.
Do you know if that child resides with him?
I don't know anything about it.
This child was alive when you all lived together?
Yes, he cheated, and I found out later.
Okay. Do you know if he paid child support for this child?
I know he's been sending her money.
How do you know that?
I caught it on his phone. He would send money through Zelle for the little girl. I just never knew that.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, you may call your next witness.
I call Miss Chastine Gray. Miss Gray, please state your full name.
Chastine Gray,
And Miss Gray, where do you work?
Office of the Attorney General,
And how long have you worked there?
3 years.
And what is your job title?
I'm a child support officer.
And what are some of your job duties?
Negotiating and researching wage information.
Were you able to find wage information for Mr. Correa today?
Yes, I was.
And is Mr. Correa currently employed?
He is.
And who is his employer?
Elmore Interests Incorporate.
And what were you able to determine what his gross resources are monthly?
His monthly gross resource is $9,100.
And were you able to determine if he worked in the year 2023?
Yes.
And for the same employer?
Same employer.
And for the month of December 2023, did you find wage information?
I actually have all 4 quarters for 2023.
And what would be the gross for 2023 monthly?
The gross for 2023, give me 1 second, I'm so sorry. Be $8,412.41.
And what about his gross monthly for the year 2024?
2024 was 9,100. Make sure. $9,193.73.
That's for 2024?
Yes.
And I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
$9,193.73.
And can you tell me the gross again for that 1 month in 2023?
For the 1 month,
Yes.
I'll get my history. Sorry. $8,412.41.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Correa, the state does not represent you. So if there's anything additional you think I need to hear, please let me know.
Yes. So because he stopped helping, with the kids and sending anything for them, I've been having to work 2 jobs, and I even lost our home. So I've asked him for help, and every time I ask him for help, all I get is ask child support, ask child support. I've been crying for almost about a year, asking when do I have court? When do I have court? I feel like my kids need justice. It's not fair.
Okay.
I'm sitting here working myself to death to support the kids on my own, and I can't even get not even $20 from him.
Ma'am, I'm going to set child support today. There's no doubt. Can you clarify what you're requesting for visitation and how, I guess, since you had CPS involved, you said you were going to stay away from him, but he's been visiting since 2023, correct?
He really started till barely this year.
Okay, so 2024, he didn't visit much.
Mm-mm.
And then in 2025, how is he been getting them? Does he come to your house? Does he meet them somewhere?
He actually shows up in the front of the house, and then he sees us outside. If I'm outside doing yard work with the kids, I'm playing in the playground, he'll be like, "Oh, your dad's here. Come say hi to me." And then he'll be like, "Please, they really want to come see me." And I said, "It's not fair. You can't just take them like that." I had to put my kids through counseling. I had to do everything I had to do on my part, and he didn't have to do anything. And then he said, "Just give me him for a few hours." Then they would be sitting there crying to me, "Mom, please, I want to see my dad." So then I feel bad. I let them see him, and then he'll take them for days in and not tell me nothing until he's ready to give them back. Then I get torn in a bad situation because I'm telling the kids, "No, just wait, just wait." And they're sitting there crying because they want to see their dad.
Okay. So what are you requesting for, what do you think is in your children's best interest? Not your best interest, not his best interest, but for your children?
For the kids, I feel like he needs to have supervised visitations.
And how do you think that should work?
If there's a facility he can go to, he can see them there where I know where they're at all times. Or if
Do you have a
not,
proposal for a facility, ma'am?
no, I don't.
Did you talk to the AGs about that? Did they have any recommendations for you?
No, they didn't.
Do you think the children would be safe with his mother?
Yes.
So do you think that would be sufficient versus one of these facilities?
Yes.
Because I'm supposed to do the least restrictive visitation possible by law. Is there anything else you think I need to hear?
No.
Do you have any plans to leave the Liberty County area?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Money, would you like to make a closing with regard to your AG issues?
Yes, Your Honor, if I could just have one moment to complete some calculation. Your Honor, for child support, I do propose a child support of $21.54 with a credit of $410 a month for medical. That's 4.5% of the $9,100. current gross monthly. And for the retro, I propose $43,543, giving credit for one other child. Ask the court to make a ruling on the medical that the children should continue with. Also ask the court to make a ruling on non-disclosure, on court costs, on geographic restriction, and visitation and conservatorship.
Your calculations including credit for the other child?
Yes, Your Honor, for the retro, that's correct.
What about for the current ongoing child support?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to find Mr. Correa is in default and order that Ms. Correa is the managing conservator, Mr. Correa is the possessory conservator. I'm ordering that Ms. Correa will have the right to determine the primary residence of the children within Liberty in any county that touches Liberty. For visitation, I'm ordering that Mr. Correa will have access on the first, third, and fifth Saturdays of the month, on Saturdays from 1 to 5 to be supervised at his mother's house by his mother. For child support, I'm ordering that Mr. Correa pay to Ms. Correa child support of $2,154 per month with step downs as each child emancipates per guidelines and the code. And the child support will begin July 1st, 2025 and monthly thereafter until step downs for the code. For back child support, I'm ordering $43,543 as of today, June 10th, 2025. And I'm ordering that and paying that back. Proposal at a rate of $275 per month, beginning July 1st, 2025, with step-ups as each child emancipates. So as the child support correspondingly goes down, this will increase by the same amount. And I'm granting the non-disclosure. I'm ordering the parties communicate through app flows, and I'm ordering that Mr. Correa pay court costs by June 10th, 2026 to Liberty County. And so, ma'am, the state is going to draft the order based on my ruling today, and they'll be sending it to me through DocuSign to review and sign off on, and then they'll be sending you a copy for your records.
Okay.
Okay. But unless you have any questions, you are free to go, but thank you for coming in. And to leave, you just push the leave button at the bottom of your screen.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry, on the medical.
Oh, I'm ordering government medical. I'm sorry, how did I not say that? I'm ordering that she provide insurance through government medical assistance program, and I'm ordering that Mr. Correa pay her cash medical support of $410 per month, beginning July 1st, 2025.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.